All right, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Having a bit of a technical issue here with my webcam, but we're going to go ahead and get started uh, for today, March 31st, 2021. This is Bojan Petreski coming live here with the Trade with UFOs YouTube channel. We're doing the 3D market commentary. Um, If you haven't already, please take a look at the disclaimer up above. That is for your protection, for your information only. And as we get started here, we'll be. I'm still trying to see if I can fix this webcam. If not, we're going to go ahead and continue without it, which is okay. Um, there we go. Alrighty, so here we are. Just gonna take a look at our chart here. There we go. It wasn't loading up. There we are. Looking at the ES, crude oil, gold, Dixie, and backed Bitcoin. Just 1 second here while I get the other screen loaded real quick. Sorry, folks. Even it could be the most prepared for a session, and then all of a sudden it's not coming through, and that's okay. Sometimes that's just how life is. We're gonna go ahead and get started with it as it is. I am just not able to find what I'm looking for here. Anyways, we're looking at a few things here when we look at the commentary for every day. We're looking at several different things, right? We're looking at we don't call it 3D just for fun, right? We actually call it 3D because we're looking at three dimensions of the market, and those three dimensions are actually shown on this chart. So at least the two of them are, which is the what is the current climate, right? Are we expecting the markets to go up, to go down, to be sideways? And that is shown with the auto climate. Now, the other thing that we have here is that we're looking at is the auto UFOs, which the auto UFOs are basically telling us where we might see price turn from the upper to towards the upside or the downside. Those are basically turning points of that particular instrument that you're looking at. And then the last one that we're looking at is the volatility. So what is the volatility for that market, right? So looking at a few things, and the reason why you're looking at the volatility is because you want to know what that speed is of the movement of that particular instrument, right? So, for example, I'm just gonna load up here. Why is it that it's not coming up here? So let's just see here. Maybe it's 1 second, please. I'm just trying to see if I can load this on here, but it's just not there. Yeah, no. Okay, so we're looking at a couple different things here. As I said, the first market that we're going to go ahead and look at is right here, the S&P. We're looking at an unconfirmed up climate, right? This is the third one so far. As you see, we're seeing some consolidation up in this area. We're not seeing a whole lot of movement, but however, it is in a UFO currently at this 39.55 area that it is at right now, which this UFO is, as you see from here, 39.2875 to 39.7125. So this is the UFO that is the price is currently in. However, to make it more interesting, it is also pretty close to the bottom UFO, the one at 39.3150 to 38.4325. So it's fair to say that price is in between two locations where there's still unfilled orders, right? So this could, if we get a confirmed up climate, this could easily break to the upside, right? It could easily just, go up from here. If we get a confirmed down climate, this could easily go down to here and kind of test these areas where these unfilled orders are, right? So that's something that we're definitely looking at to basically establish, which direction it'll go. As of right now, but realistically speaking, no trades on the ES, right? Because we have an unconfirmed climate. In other words, as you oftentimes see, that relates to basically saying, "Hey, we're sitting on our hands for now." All right. So looking at the next market that we're going to look at, and folks, just in case you're wondering, the news flash, should be arriving to you every day on the dot. So definitely check out that link that I shared earlier on my PowerPoint, the tradewithufos.com/Boyan, to get onto the subscription list on the subscribers list, so you have this delivered every day to you. Before we go, forward, we can always just take a look at the Trade with UFOs website and see the offers that we currently have on the website when it comes to coursework. Right, there's quite a bit that's being offered. We have futures, forex, stocks classes, and very importantly, trading psychology. We also have basically, a mindset, which is really a survival to mastery type of thing, all across the board. Back testing, right, on demand as well as live. So feel free to check these ones out. As I've said before, these do come with a complimentary 3-month subscription for Auto Climate and Auto UFOs. So a lot of these are actually worth the price just on its own, like that. All right, let's go ahead and open up crude oil. So crude oil is looking, pretty much kind of the same as we said yesterday. A little bit of sideways action here. We did get an unconfirmed climate yesterday. However, today we are seeing that it is a confirmed down climate. Sorry about that, guys. I was just grabbing a quick sip of water. So it is a confirmed down climate. Again, price is kind of flat right now. It's not really doing a whole lot over at this 60.53 area. Up above, we have a UFO of 63.60 to 66.40. Down below, the buy UFOs at 57.29 to 54.81. As you see, price is kind of, almost, I would say, exactly in between. So not much going on here. So we're looking at crude oil overall. I would say we're ranging from this area, from that substantial drop a few days ago. So we're kind of still trying to find our bearing and see what's going on. We'll see which way this goes. It could definitely break out to either side. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to just kind of share and go over is the fact that if you're not looking for coursework, you just want the subscription with the Auto UFOs, please feel free to again go to our website. You can just go to the apps tab up above, and that's when you can where you can discover our apps, everything that we have, the proprietary technology that's running, basically the software that we use to get these. Setups that we show to you, but whether it's options, stocks, or futures or forex, right? So we got TradingView apps, MetaTrader apps, and TradeStation apps. Definitely feel free to check them out as well. The Auto Climate is essentially free on most of the apps. On MetaTrader, it is a $21 per month, but it's free with Auto UFO. So that's that in itself might be worth it on its own. All right. Going on to gold. Gold has had that drop that we saw yesterday kind of unfold in front of us, right? It was quite a volatile day that it started off at. I think it pulled back a little bit, and then it since has closed down here, testing these lows as we said yesterday. It's right now. It looks like it wants to pull up a little bit. Obviously, we're not seeing a whole lot of movement, even though the market is open for gold. All right, I think I finally got my camera working. Let's see if this will work now. For some reason, literally just on its own, it just popped up. Let's see if it'll turn on. Surprisingly not. Sorry, folks. Yeah, I just saw it pop up um, on my screen, but there we are. It is working. Here we go. Hello, everybody. It's always better when you can see, face to face that everybody's what they're doing behind the screen, because ultimately in this day and age of everything being online and everything, we kind of lose that human touch. So having the webcam on, I feel like, at least to an extent, allows for that. So let's go ahead and continue with our session here. um, Buy UFOs for gold still down here at 1652.8 to 1624.4. The sell UFOs are, where this origin of this move was, 1718.8 to 1744.8. Um, Prices, as I said, a little bit in between here. Um, Current market climate is at the second day out of typically seven, right? 6.31. So it's still kind of early in the overall climate over here. All right, now that's that for gold. Now, something else that we do have, and I just want to be able to kind of show you this on the website if I can. It's right here on this tab. As you see, it's fairly simple on our website. We tried to make it as friendly as possible, right? You have the apps, the courses, the coaching. Of course, the first one is the join, the one that I tell you, like, hey, if you click here, this is the free membership. You can definitely check it out. The second one that we always have on here is the coaching. And you know what? I'm just going to split this up nicely over here, and so that way we can always see the charts and the website at the same time. We have coaching plans that we have. You got monthly, yearly, or an all-inclusive membership, as well as a one-on-one coaching with any one of the coaches that we have on our website. You can go straight to it, select a date, select a time that works for you. Some FAQs here as well for you, and so on. All right, the last thing that I do want to say about this is, that there's a lot of information on our website. Please do check it out. That there's definitely some information that would be very helpful to you. All right, looking at the dollar, the Dixie's just flying on up. Big rally yesterday. Created a UFO down here at the 92,895 to 92,650, which, if I'm not mistaken, was this. If I'm not mistaken, this was it. 94. Okay, so no, there was one that was at, yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. There was one that was at 93,245 to 94,330 that actually did get filled. And as you see, we're seeing some reaction off of it, right? But there was a UFO here from yesterday that we were looking at that did get filled and has disappeared since then. It went all the way up to actually to 94, 94,330. The buy UFO down below here is the one that we saw yesterday as well. Current market climate for Dixie is currently on the ninth day up out of typically five. So it's almost double its extension point. So, we might be seeing some pullback, or if not a big pullback, at least some unconfirmed climate, kind of getting this climate reestablished, or modifying it. Any one of those things could easily happen at any time. That's really that for the dollar. Looking at next one is some of the newest kind of market that we're following here, which is Bitcoin, the backed Bitcoin. So we saw a tremendous push up on Bitcoin back to these, like it tested. I think it did touch. Yeah, it touched the 60,000s again. Then it pulled back, went again to about 60,500, but is now back again under the 60,000 mark. Um, it's honestly, it's mesmerizing to see some of this stuff happen, especially in these markets. So I hope you are at least watching it. If you don't want to participate in it because it's a crazy volatile market, that's fine too. But it's interesting to see these things unfold ahead of us here. All right, so looking at the climate, it's the second day up out of typically to be determined, right? We need some more information in order to get a standard deviation up or down on this climate. So, once we get a little bit more information, a little bit more input, we'll be able to know what's the typical up, typical down uh, moves for Bitcoin. Interestingly enough, as I said yesterday, it did touch this right here. It did touch it here as well. So two tick touches and pullbacks on this auto UFO at 57,662 down to 50,645. Right, it's a huge zone, $7,000 zone. But again, it's not something that is unusual when Bitcoin, the typical standard deviation is over $3,000 in a day, right? So technically, that could be a 2-day move, and this is a daily climate. So these UFOs are no joke, right? These UFOs are quite substantial. All right, folks, that's that for today. Looking at some news that are coming up for this week. Obviously, Good Friday is on Friday. Today, we have GDP on the GBP on GDP on GBP, right? On the British pound, we have GDP, consumer price index in the euro. President Biden is expected to speak today. I don't really expect anything other than the usual kind of encouraging stuff that he's been doing with COVID relief and basically, making sure this economy keeps running. ADP employment change, I believe that's already done. And then, of course, as I said, everything else for the rest of the week is kind of going to be a little bit on the slower side with Good Friday. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you found this session helpful and instructional. Please do feel free to check us out for the daily overview tomorrow with my colleague Becky. Thank you so much again for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care. Bye bye.